Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this video is part of the full moon release workbook that I have created for you. So it is best to use it with the notebook, but you can also kind of glean what you need to from this video as well, as far as the full moon ritual goes. So in the workbook, you have at this point hopefully created your sacred space. You have grounded and rooted yourself into the earth. And then you've opened yourself up to receiving guidance, support, wisdom from your guides and your helping spirits. And in the workbook, there also is a piece around awareness. Awareness of what you want to be releasing. So the full moon is an amazing time to be able to release. We're working with the energies of the full moon. And at the full moon, you might have a lot of energy. And at the full moon too, which is why a lot of people do, excuse me, a lot of people do a lot of full moon ceremonies, is because of that gathering. We want to gather around the full moon, but also our emotions might be very heightened. And so if you have manifested something with the new moon at the full moon, you should know whether or not this intention or this manifestation is coming true, or maybe it already has. So this is that heightened point, right? Where you're like, is it going to happen? Is it not? Do I need to rethink what I want to bring in? And also just releasing any of these heavy emotions, because sometimes they do tend to come up. So creating that awareness worksheet is key to really diving into what you want to release. And the reason that we want to release is so that we can allow more things to come into us, more good things that we are aware of. And sometimes we're not aware and we just let things kind of come into our space and we let them fester. And it's very cyclical. If we start to not deal with something, it will start to come back around, right? And this is the time to release. And so there might be things that you are holding in your energy that you're not aware of. And so the worksheet that's what the worksheet is there for. So now it's time for the action piece of your ritual. And you're going to choose what element you want to work with. You can either work with earth, water, or fire with this full moon ceremony. And once you know what element you're going to work with, if you are going to work with water, all you need is a bowl. So I have just a bowl here and I filled it with water, okay? That's all you need. If you are wanting to work with fire, you can use a toothpick, or you can use a piece of paper here. And you're going to need some kind of fireproof type of container. Or you can use a sink sometimes, just kind of use your better judgment. Or you can use, if you have a fireplace or inside or outside, you can use that as well. And if you want to work with earth, again, you can take paper, or you can use something that you've picked up from your land. It could be a flower, it could be a twig, it could be a stone, something from nature that is already kind of fallen on the ground. It could be a leaf, so not picking anything that is already alive. The other thing to note, if you are going to be using the earth, you can, make sure that you have access to somewhere where you can dig, right? So make sure you own the land that you're on, or it's okay for you to dig, because you're going to be putting this object and putting it underneath the soil. Or another alternative is if you have a plant, just like a little house plant or something, you that you want to use, that you maybe feel really drawn to, you can also put the item underneath in the soil here. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna let you, or actually, I'm gonna have you pause this if you don't already have all of your items together, and then just unpause whenever you're ready. Okay, so now that you have everything that you need, I'm going to go over some of the ways and how to transform and how to release this energy. So for instance, if you chose water, if water is just your jam, right? And so you have a bowl of water with you. What you want to do is just inviting you to get in a nice, safe space. And you can bring to mind what it is that you want to release. Bring to mind all the things that you want to release. And you're going to use your breath. So using your breath, you're going to blow all of these things out of you into the water. So that's what you're going to do. And you can do this as many times. You can stay with it and just let all the emotions just kind of come up and blow it into the water. And then what you're going to do after this is once you are done, we are going to do the full moon forgiveness prayer. And then after that, you will allow it to give it to the land. And we'll go over that after this. Okay, next, if you chose fire, you're going to either grab your toothpick or you're going to grab your sheet of paper that you wrote on. And if you have a toothpick, what you're going to do is, same thing with the water, you're going to blow all of these things that you're releasing, allow them to come up, stay for as long as you need to. It could be for a minute, it could be just one breath. Allow things to come up. Don't just kind of say to yourself, okay, is there anything else? Is there anything else? And just blowing it in. Or if you remember something else that comes up, you can write it on your piece of paper, okay? And then I'm going to show you what to do with that after. So if you chose something from the land, so if you chose a twig, a leaf, a flower, a rock, or paper, you can do the same thing there. You can either blow into the paper, blow into the rock, blow into the leaf, blow into the twig, all of your things that you are releasing, okay? Okay, so now that we have transmuted and given all of these dense and heavy energies, all these things that we're releasing into the objects, then you want to, again, we're going to get still. You can close your eyes or just have a soft gaze. Take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then I'm just going to read to you the full moon prayer, and just allow this prayer to soak into all of your being, to soak into all of your cells, your knowing, your believing, your bones, your blood, your organ, all of your DNA, and just allow this prayer to be sent to you and from you into the cosmos. And you can read this on your own, but if you're following along, then just allow these words to just be. Under the enchanting full moon, I release everything, everyone, every experience, every memory in all dimensions, in all times of the past, present, or future, including this one, that is not in alignment with my highest and greatest good and of the highest vibration. I forgive myself for mistakes, and I forgive others, releasing their grip on me for their mistakes. I am a self-sovereign being that is governed by love alone. Love is now adjusting and aligning my life to this frequency. I bring love and healing to all of my thoughts, beliefs, relationships, and actions. I forgive easily, trust my inner knowing deeply, and take aligned actions to the wisdom I receive from any wrongdoings. I call on my soul fragments to be cleansed by the full moon, and I call on those that are willing to rejoin me in this present moment. I send love to myself and everyone I know and everyone who knows me, my ancestors, and the land in which I live, in all directions of time and space. Under this magical full moon, I am healed. My life is healed. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. And just allowing yourself to take some nice deep breaths, just allowing it all to soak in. Beautiful. If you need more time, you can pause this. So from here, what you're going to do is, if you chose water, you're just going to take that bowl out into the land, or if you have a plant, you can put it in the plant as well. But you're gonna take that bowl of water with all of the things that you just released, and you're just going to give gratitude for the land for taking it and absorbing it as well. And it's also, whenever you are giving this water to the land, yes, it has all of these things that you have taken out of your energy field. And it's actually really good. It's this reciprocity of giving this to the earth. So this is a good thing that you are doing, to giving it to the earth. This is what she is for. So you just want to give gratitude for the earth, and then you can pour it into the earth, or you can take your plant, your little plant here, and you can pour it into the plant. Again, giving your gratitude. Okay, so if you chose a toothpick, after we say the prayer, you can light your toothpick and then put it in your fire safe container or in your fireplace. Same thing with your paper. You can burn the paper, put it in your fire safe container, or you can put it in the fireplace or wherever you are burning this. And so if you chose the land or the earth, you do not have to burn this. You can bury this in the earth because it will compost, or you can bury it in your plant, underneath your plant. The other thing is, with the earth, you will take your flower or your stick or your rock, and again, bury it in the earth, bury it in your plant. And after you have done that, and with everything that you're doing, giving gratitude, so much gratitude. And in the workbook after this, there is a gratitude worksheet where you will write down all of your gratitudes and give you some helpful prompts there and how to end the ceremony. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope that this was informative for you. And I wish you many, many blessings and healing and hope.